heart is in a place where it's been very shattered. I've been in a season of having a real broken heart, and I'm gonna share some of that this morning. And I wanna say, if this is your first time here, I'm really sorry, because this is not normally what church is gonna be like. This is a very rare service, and if this is your first time here, please come back next week and be encouraged. But I wanna tell you that this is a really hard time for me. It's been a season that I thought my world had ended, and I thought that, I could not stand what I was going through. And something the Lord has been showing me through this season is that when life gets too hard to stand, kneel. When you feel like you can't bear it, you can't endure it, you can't stand it, when life gets too hard to stand, kneel. Because the universe is unfolding as it should, even if you don't think it is. 45 times the book of Revelation speaks of a throne, and on that throne is God. And what that's saying is, no matter what happens in your life, God is on the throne. And that's great when you hear that in theory, but it's something else when you experience that personally. And I don't believe we're to live from the pew up. We're to live from the throne down. It's not me dictating God. It's God in control of me. It's not the pew up. It's from the throne down. Now, one of the major criticisms of God, even in the days of the Old Testament, that the pagans and the nations would say is, you see this all in the book of Job as well, is that God is only God in the good times. He's only the God of hope when you're on the mountaintop peaks. And a very good example of this is in 1 Kings chapter 20. In 1 Kings chapter 20, the people of Israel were winning a lot of battles, but they were always winning battles on the hilltops, when they had the high ground, when they were strategically positioned. And so the Syrians under Ben-Hadad trash-talked the Israelites and said, your God is the God of the mountains, but he is not the God of the valley. God heard that and said, thank you for that criticism. Let's see if I'm the God of the valley. So he put the Israelites down in a valley, and we're in the Rogue Valley, and some of you feel like you're going through the valley of the shadow of death. He put them into a valley. They fought the Syrians, and the Bible says the Israelites killed 100,000 footmen in one day. And the other 27,000 that survived had a wall fall on them and they all died. And the Syrians said, okay, I guess he's the God of the valley too. And you will have enemies coming against you, principalities and powers that will try to wipe you out in the valley and say, pardon me, your God is the God of the mountaintop, the peaks, but not of the valleys, not when you're going through low times. And God says, I am just as much a God of the valley as I am a God of the mountain. I want to talk to you if you're going through a valley today. This message is not going to be about me. I'm going to share part of my story, but I want to say to you, if you're going through a valley, the Lord is with you always, even to the ending of the age. And he cares about your heart. I used to kind of think the Lord doesn't care about my feelings. He cares about what I do. He cares about what I believe. He cares about what I choose, but he doesn't care about my feelings. But as I've been reading the Gospels, I find over and over again this phrase crop up and pop up when it says that Jesus was moved with compassion. He saw them as sheep without a shepherd. It's moved with compassion. He was moved when he saw them hurting. And in the same way, the Lord is moved with compassion when you're in pain. He's moved. That's why I think the Bible talks so much about your heart. Did you know numerically the Bible talks about your heart 900 times? 900. Your heart is the sum, the center of who you are. It is the nexus of your emotional existence. And 900 times the Bible speaks of your heart. And the question is, what do you do when someone breaks your heart? What do you do when you have a broken heart? What do you do when your heart feels like it's irreparably broken? The Bible says in Psalm 56 that every time your heart is broken, when you cry, the Lord collects your tears in his bottle. It's one of my favorite verses. This is what the psalmist said in Psalm 56. My tears are all in your bottle. Are they not all written in your book? Meaning, all of my tears are recorded in your book. Not one of my tears is lost on you. And that's what's hard for us sometimes, is we think our tears are lost on God. No, he says, your tears are recorded by me. And he says, I actually catch every one. Now, in that culture, in Old Testament times, women would often carry around, or they would possess, a tear bottle. And what they would do is they would collect their tears of greatest joy when they would cry tears of happiness, and they would collect their tears of greatest sorrow when they would cry tears of sadness. And they would remember their moments of greatest joy and their moments of greatest tragedy, and then they would listen. They would often, normally, custom culturally, give it to their husband. They would give it to their husband to say, I'm giving you my heart. All the joy that's in there, all the brokenness that's in there, I'm giving you my heart. Now, 4 times in the gospel stories, we're told in all 4 gospels of a woman who washed Jesus' feet with her hair and also with her what? Tears. Now, what she may well have been doing is actually taking her tear bottle and pouring it on Jesus. And what she was saying by doing that is she's saying, you have my heart. I'm the bride of Christ. You're my faithful spouse. You'll never leave me nor forsake me. I'm yours. And that's very likely what she was doing. And I want to tell you that when you give your heart to the Lord, he will take really good care of it. He will take really good care of it. Ben Courson here. Thank you so much for watching my new YouTube channel. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, share this video with all your friends, and hit that bell so you're notified every time a new video comes out. May the hope be with you.